I screwed everything up. Hang on, everybody. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're coming in one at a time. It's an exciting adventure. And me.
Hi, friends.
I don't know if I'm
Brillia and Melissa.
It's me adding the wrong window. It's fine. Ooh, we use Zoom. Now every window's our dark secret.
Hashtag not an ad. Drink Topo Chico's twist of grapefruit flavor seltzer water.
Stop doing ads for things.
I said hashtag not an ad. It's not an ad.
That's not how that works.
It's an ad. It's not an ad.
It's not an ad. It's an ad, not an ad.
I had suggested that we all share a dice that we love because Luna had dropped a very metal big boy and maybe broke the mics. Oh, look at that big boy.
Big boy.
He's so good.
Tasty.
So if you hear a giant clank in the middle of the screen, you know I rolled my giant D20, and I'm sorry. Beware headphone users.
Beware.
I have too many to show. Don't make me talk about dice. I love it. I have my my Brina dice that I made for critical conversion.
Good times. Good times.
And I have my amethyst D20. It doesn't want to be friends with us.
Yeah.
My amethyst D20.
Ooh.
And I have my blue sandstone set.
Pretty.
I made a mistake in asking dice makers to share their favorite dice.
And I have Nightwing aluminium. Ooh. And I have
Keep coming, Brie. I can listen to this for a few hours. We're good.
It came from Australia, God damn it, Ian. We made that die and we called it aluminium, so fight me.
Yeah, this is America. This is America. I'm also in.
Yeah, but it was made by Australians, so
That's
you're wrong. And you can't see anything because it is just a void from this far away on the camera. But raised obsidian shadow mask, and then I have one more by me, which is that. It has a name. Get it? I made it. I named it. It is.
The name is
Dark Vision. Dark Vision.
Ooh, it's like a name for it.
I've made a lot of dice.
That's pretty good.
And that's it.
Know them all.
And there's more, but I'll stop.
Mine's not even that exciting, but this is like it's supposed to be like frog dice. So it's like blue and green and yellow.
Well, that's cute.
That's one of my little guys today.
So cute.
Yeah. That's a good friend, and it's from Dakota Irish.
Oh, Luke. He's a good one.
It's a shiny boy. I like their dice.
It's nice. I like Luke.
If you don't have money to buy aluminum dice.
What was that?
What was that? What material was that? I don't recognize that.
Hey, I'm in Canada. I try to keep neutral.
Call him aluminum then, because that's neither.
Aluminium. Aluminium are fun because this is me just pitching aluminium now. Aluminium are fun because you get all the feels of a metal dice, but they're not as heavy.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Drop it.
That was it. Did you hear it?
I didn't even hear it.
Oh.
What?
Did a ghost
That's
just
not
trip?
even bad.
Okay, that's good.
I mean,
That's amazing.
I can go get my copper 45 mil copper D20, and then you'll hear that for sure.
That's
You'll
a
break your
weapon.
desk open.
Yeah.
That's why you roll in trays, my dude.
All right. Well, that fun aside, welcome back, friends. Welcome to Darkness and Dragons, where we also play D&D and don't just talk about dice, although dice are also fun. We are a 5e live stream, and we are for mature audiences. We focus on roleplay over combat. So if this is your first time with us, welcome. If you have any questions about the story, or you need to catch up, or you just want to chat with us, we are in the chat, so feel free to ask questions on Twitch. And with that out of the way, let's do some introductions. I am Melissa, as always. I'm your game master tonight, and with me is...
Me, Laura, and I am playing Verity / Ryan, the Asmar Rogue.
Me, Luna, and I played Brillia, our Celestial Tiefling Warlock.
Very
he goes now, right?
Oh,
Sorry,
okay. I don't
we
have
didn't
the
go-
Twitch open.
Yeah,
did
we
not
didn't
brief
go
you.
over
I'm
We didn't
it.
sorry.
brief you on this. It's you, our
Oh,
special
God.
guest.
All right. Hi, I'm Verity, and I'm playing mysterious NPC that we'll find out in a little bit. It'll be fun for sure.
Now it is my turn, and I'm Bree, and I talk a lot, and I'm playing Lenore, and she's a Shadowkai cleric. She's a grumpy girl.
And that leaves me. I'm Ian. I'm playing Taddy the Tabaxi Bard. And I don't have the recap to read right now.
What?
We can have a Lenore recap if you like.
Let's do it.
If you want to, hell
I
yeah.
have it in front of me. Is that helpful?
Yes.
Look at me. I'm so pretending I'm organized today. I have my dice. I knew when it was my turn. I already had everything set up.
Yeah, you
This
only
is-
screwed up one number. But where's
Okay.
the number?
And we
Hey,
watched
what's
you
up?
spend like 20 minutes scraping the bottom of your foundation.
God damn it! The real way.
Reveal Bree's secrets.
We need a.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
I got enough on my face, and I have the recap if we'd like to hear it. So, last week on Darkness and Dragons, the party continued their caravan north. Tabby was reconnecting with his old friend Sapphire when the party was suddenly ambushed by a band of rebels who were looking to liberate slaves being transported along the road. After the party was able to prove that their caravan was full of free people, Lita, the rebel leader, told the party of more slavers operating out of the city Marinersport?
Marinsport, like the name.
Marinsport. She described two slavers, Lord Sumi or Lord Sumi, depending on how you'd like to pronounce it, and Astrid, who were rumored to be at odds with one another. The party enters Marinsport and go undercover at a fancy hotel to gather information on the slavers in the hopes of pitting them against each other. While they wait for their chance to poison the ear of the slavers, the party enjoys relaxing in the hotel and indulging in the luxury so rarely afforded to them.
Yep, and you clearly spent all of your money on fancy, like, hors d'oeuvre trays and ice cream, and then you guys passed out instead of doing any real planning. It's gonna be great.
We planned. We'll be fine.
Nothing that a few spells can't get us out of.
That's true. Did anyone prepare anything extra special today?
No. Who prepares things? Melissa. Crazy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's part of your character.
Yes. But I had to prepare this morning, so
That's
let's
true.
see how tonight goes.
So, you guys were in your adjoined rooms and enjoying the finer things, passing out and with your belly full of ice cream. And you know that Astrid is showing up tonight for a piano performance in the Great Hall downstairs. So let's say you guys have like half an hour to finish getting ready and get down there
Mm-hmm.
before doors open. Then maybe an hour before the whole show starts. You know.
Are we? Do you think Lenore and Verity are we going to coordinate our outfits, or is that over the top?
I think that's lovely.
Okay.
I only really have one dress that's pretty, and it's this black one, but black goes with everything, so it should be fine.
It's all about how you accessorize it.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you guys introduced yourself as Lady Blackhawk and Midnight. So I think if you didn't wear black, it would be
It
questionable.
would be shocking.
I'm gonna
I
put
think
on
we should
my.
have a fan. Can we get fans? You know, like
It must be.
I'm gonna wear
It must be able to
That's-
get.
this is how I walk, isn't it? That I'm remembering this weird moment from last week. I walk like this because
Yeah.
I'm fancy, and I also have a fan.
Isn't there like a
No.
fan code? Like if you snap it shut, and if you snap it open, we should have one for runaway and one for light things on fire.
That one
I
could
did-
probably just be light things on fire.
Seduce.
I do
We
an
could have one for seduce.
Seduce who?
I mean, we might need to. You never know when a good seduction is needed.
You're going to seduce Astrid, the slaver.
I don't have to seduce Astrid. I could seduce. No, yes, probably. Only if we need to. Only if we need to. It's not for me. It's not. Anyway, you might need to do the seducing. I don't know if she's into people from different planes.
Depends on her type.
Yeah. But like I just really want a code for us kissing the fan, really. That could mean something completely different, like murder her. Or that could be the fire one.
If you
You
snap the
do
fan
love
twice,
fires.
Well, what's most likely to come up? Lighting things on fire.
You probably are going to light something on fire. So lighting things on fire. Tabby, you needing to get the F out and get some help.
that's no problem with me. That can I'm fast. Oh,
I don't know. That seems it, right? Help and fire.
Okay.
And are we gonna meet back up just in the room up here?
Oh yes. Oh, why do we have to plan things? This sounds hard.
No, it's not that bad.
Obviously,
So
makes for
kiss the fan is if you are going to start
light things on fire. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Snap the fan is if I say no, don't light that on fire, Verity, and then you do it anyway. Is what I'm.
Why do we
guessing
need to
would
sign
happen.
for that?
Oh well, just so that I can feel like I'm exerting some kind of frustration at your fire lighting. I guess I'll
Right.
just do it in aggravation, and then like, what will help you know to run away, Tabby?
Maybe if you snap it twice, or if I see fire, because both of those are pretty good signs, I would think.
Okay. Yeah, I think fire like kind of already makes you want to run away. So that's a good, like, let's just tie that in. If you see fire, also run.
I was gonna take that as an insult, but I understand what you're saying. I'm not scared of fire.
Insight.
what
Is
are-
Tabby scared of fire?
No.
He is
Guess
made of
not.
fur.
I only rolled an 18. I mean, an 8.
I mean,
but I do get +6.
Tabby
So
is
that's-
minorly afraid of fire because he has maybe tried to play with fire once, like by going pop, 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 pop on a candle. Many
And it
times.
burns you.
A little bit.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Tabby, what are you and Sapphire going to wear as your servers' outfits?
I'm actually feeling like I'm gonna bring back a very similar outfit to what I wore to the ball, like the vest, all that looking good, gloves, masquerade mask, just because my dude servants need identities, and I'm gonna hopefully be able to find like just a grayscale version of what I wore, and hopefully Sapphire has a dress that, maybe it's like not like just a straight up black dress, but like a more formal, not like celebratory thing, but more like a businessy formal type thing. That's maybe like a power blazer in a way, but not like too like I'm gonna do a meeting, but kind of like this is a
Like
gala-esque.
I'm gonna clean up after the meeting.
What about-
yeah. What
What
What's up?
about if she wears like the costume that she would dance in?
Oh, that's true.
Pretty
Yeah, she could do that,
pretty revealing.
yeah, that's
Yeah, but
that's
isn't she meant to be
a servant of y'all. So this
Oh,
is
I
like,
thought, because we're madams, right? I thought you were like the talent.
in a way, yes, that's what I was assuming, that we're
Yeah.
the servants and that we're also like
Studs.
yeah pretty much.
Oh my goodness. Can we get Tabby a corset?
That I'm assuming that he has one as his vest, like it's a vest corset that has been shown to everybody via the Instagram.
Are you wearing like the same one that Arsen wore earlier? Like wear one of Arsen's old outfits?
If he had one in black, I stole it.
Yes.
Like you put it
Supposed to
on?
be
I feel like you put it on and then Verity notices you're wearing like her ex-boyfriend's clothes.
His initials are on the back tag of it.
Yeah, it's a giant crest on the back.
Property of
It's his
Arsen.
name.
I'm gonna unsew this.
Where's my
An
stitch
iron
ripper?
in label.
You know, Arsen really
Maybe.
did have some good fashion sense. I say that out loud to myself.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well, they look sexy. We all look sexy and we have fans.
Okay.
I have a tail belt actually too. So that's holding me up.
Ooh.
That's right. You can have your tail belt out.
Finally.
So, okay. So, this is Team 1. Team 1 is the group going to meet Astrid. So, Verity and Lenore, you are wearing sexy black dresses with fans. And Tabby and Sapphire are looking also very nice, but more commony, maybe less nice materials kind of thing.
Mhm.
And yeah, you are welcome to head down towards the hall where the music is going to be playing.
Nice.
All right. So it's a beautiful room. You make your way. Basically, you leave your room, and there's someone to escort you where you're going. One of the servants who's guiding you is also carrying a couple of silk pillows, just in case your servants want to sit. And bring you to this beautiful, almost like theater room. It's got the stage like a classic theater, but it's got individual small tables. It's not super busy. Like there's not a ton of tables, maybe 30 people. It looks like it's pretty fancy. Like this is like a invite only kind of deal. Yeah. So you arrive and you're escorted to a table with two more empty seats at it and a small candle burning. There's a piano on stage. And already at the table is Astrid. So, Mary, you are free to describe Astrid as you like. We know she's a lizard folk lady, but anything special about her?
Yes. So Astrid is sitting at the table with one of those 1920s like long cigarette holders, just holding it with a martini in the other hand, just chilling and just kind of bopping to the music. She has this long gown that almost like a little boa around her shoulders. That's almost like this silvery gold color. She's very flashy. And her scales have like a little bits of silver and gold, whether they're painted or not. And she has this hat, like head covering, with painted on hair in the different types of finger wave curls on. And she just sits there just listening to the music, just having a good old time, just waiting.
By herself, though.
Yeah, she's by herself. As far as you know.
Okay.
Are there cushions laid out for our friends?
The servants who
Around that
escorted
table?
you here have brought some cushions. You can direct them to sit the cushions wherever you like.
Are we going to go and sit next to her or another table?
Do you fancy her? You do, don't you?
Do you want me to? I don't.
No, I'm just asking.
No, not really. She enslaves people. I'm not really into that.
I wasn't asking if you care for her morals.
Oh,
Okay, right.
I mean,
okay.
her hat's kind of cool, I guess. I mean,
Okay, right. What about like one table behind, right? And then we can maybe start with a little bit of slaver talk, whispering between the two of us, talk about maybe catch her attention without being too overt about it, right?
Oh, yes, like it's impossible to find a good prostitute around here, or something like that.
I know, right?
Or is that too overt?
Okay, that's a bit overt.
Okay, we'll work it out. I don't know. Yes, I'll follow your
We'll
lead.
go in
Midnight.
natural, Lady Blackhawk. Right. So just act natural. We do this all the time. We come here to buy slave prostitutes all the time. Why are you walking like that?
No, I'm sorry.
Hands down.
I whisper in, maybe we should try to say we're coming to try out new markets because other ones are drying up, because I'm sure she would recognize y'all.
Yes, it'd be horrible to have a dry market. Yes,
Also, I really want to go play the piano. Is that an issue?
Yes.
Yes, you can't do that.
I'm waiting to see like a guy who looks like a pianist and he's like,
yeah. Okay. We all know what we're doing. None of us are walking strange or playing piano, so we're going to sit down. It's fine.
Maybe should we drink what she's drinking? What's she drinking?
I can't tell.
Can I
Can
roll?
we tell?
Because I'll walk by like I'm scouting the table that we're gonna sit at. And can I roll to see what she's drinking? Hopefully, and also maybe even smell it if it's that strong.
Yeah.
Do I want to roll perception for that?
Sure.
All right, I just want to be able to
Sure.
know.
Roll me a smell perception.
I wish I had the camera up. It's starting off with a Nat Geo 20. Is pretty sick. That is a grand total of 25.
Okay. What do you want to know?
What it is she drinking? Like, would I be able to tell by the glass it's in, the amount of ice, the color of it?
Absolutely. You can tell
separation?
exactly what kind of martini she's drinking.
All right.
Yeah, so Astrid, it looks to be that she's drinking a dirty martini, some sort of vodka, which it looks like there's these strange looking olives that seem slightly speckled in a weird way. It does smell very strong. It almost has like a noxious fume to it a little bit, like a little bogwater-y, or else it might not be as appealing to you, but she definitely seems to be having a good time with it, and she just sips it. She's not downing them at all. She's just casually drinking.
It's Bogwater brand vodka.
I turn to the table and I just go, I don't recommend it. It's in the nose.
All right. Something else that makes us look cool. Something that would break the ice, other than having similar tasting drinks. And
could just
not prostitution either.
Okay, not prostitution. I don't have a wig that looks like that. Cigarettes? We could ask her for a cigarette.
Do you already smoke? I don't recommend that. That's nasty.
I'm
It's a
mostly dead
cover.
inside anyway.
She's right. Is it okay? Yes. Do we just ask her?
We don't have to inhale. Yes. We could say okay, let's sit down. Let's sit down first.
Oh, I thought we were sitting.
Are we sitting at this point?
Oh
I
my
hope we
God.
are.
This is like the worst introduction ever. This is like classic you guys too. Like, what are we gonna talk to her about? You know, we ate ice cream for 6 hours today.
We
brought it
planned
up.
nothing.
I
We planned
imagine
nothing other than our outfits. and
I
our
imagine like
signals.
you're like sort of seeing her from behind, like the smoke, the drink, you know, like behind the stage, like you're kind of standing behind her. She might be aware of you.
Wes, can we say that we sat down? Can we sit, or
Yeah.
if we can't say
Yeah.
that, can we sit down now?
Go sit down now. Go sit down.
We sit down, and we look completely normal, like we're meant to be here.
Performance check.
I got this. I'm good at this shit.
We look like we
don't
belong
sound like-
here.
I don't sound like I'm good at, but I'm good at this.
Part of me is hoping the dice really screw y'all over.
Not gonna happen, girlfriend. Not gonna happen.
I have a good performance modifier, so that's like not legally allowed to happen.
21.
I did roll a 16.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what my performance is. Let me see. Oh, it's
19,
0.
I'm sorry. 19.
Still 17. Still 17.
Okay, all right. You guys don't do bad. I mean, in the end, you are fancy ladies. Going to sit at a piano show.
I mean, she's a motherfucking princess. Of course we can do this. We're fancy. We're fancy.
I can go up and ask if she's taking an audience for business this evening, if you'd like.
Let's ease into it a little bit. How about should we do
We
the
don't jump straight to prostitution before the piano starts, but you know.
Yes. Should we like sit down? We'll start. Maybe we can just like have her notice us because we're so important looking. And then if that doesn't work, we can go on to plan B, realism.
Let's hope that
Oh
we're
wait, better
not-
if we whisper and laugh a lot.
Oh yes.
Right?
I look at Sapphire just
I feel like Sapphire and Tabby are just like completely serious. Like, what a nightmare.
And I'm gonna pat Tabby as he sits on the cushion. And I'm gonna go, I'm sorry.
No, this is okay. This is okay.
I know.
Midnight.
I know. I almost forgot you'd said that.
Just stop it.
I know, and they were so angry, weren't they?
It's peasants. What can you do?
No, right? They think we actually care what they think.
I do look off.
Astrid would probably turn around after they're peasants. I don't care what they think, and would say, "Oh, hello there. You're new to town, right?"
I guess we just arrived this morning. I love your martini, is it?
Oh yeah, it's a Bogwater Martini. It's my own thing. I like it a lot. It's from back home. But what are you guys doing here? I mean, I haven't seen you around, and I know anybody who's anybody. I must try anything that I sell or buy or get rid of.
Indeed.
You can
Curiously,
judge a product's performance by its outer packaging.
Oh God, no. I mean, they will lie about anything to get out of anything. I just, about 2 months ago, I had this one shipment that came in, and well, I mean, the seller said that, well, the product was absolutely pure elven goods, but it wasn't.
Is it half elf?
oh God,
Didn't hear it from me.
oh, how
don't
do
I
you
think you can't tell the difference, and it's so obvious.
Oh, I mean, well, it's kind of my job. I know the tells. I'm able to see what others aren't able to see. My name is Astrid. It's nice to meet you all.
Astrid, it is our pleasure.
I'm Midnight. This is
And
my colleague.
Lady Blackhawk, and these are our companions for this evening.
Oh, your companions. And her eyes immediately go towards the tabaxis, and she just instantly has like a little glint in her eye at seeing them. I have not seen people like this. Where did you get them?
Well, we can't let loose all of our sources now, can we, Astrid, darling? That would be telling.
Oh, well, I guess. I mean, we're beginning to be fast friends here. And then she's going to snap at a waiter to come and set up a little area so her friends can join her to get everything prepared.
Of course. They bring 2 beautiful high back chairs and set them around the table. And yeah. And they offer each of you a drink as well.
Oh, thank you. Astrid, I do feel that we should be completely open with you. Midnight and I are fiercely territorial, and not particularly good at sharing, I'm afraid, unless previously stipulated, of course, darling. But as I stated, these are our companions for this evening.
Oh, that's fine. I have plenty that I can call upon myself. You know, I like to watch a show and have some dinner and then have evening festivities when that rolls around. But tonight, it's just a little bit of fun. I do so much business, honestly, and I just got to be around the people. I haven't been able to be on the stage in God knows how long, but I'm just so happy to be able to be in the atmosphere of theater and music.
Do you dance? Do you sing? Tell
Well,
me.
when I was much, much, much younger, I used to dabble in that, but unfortunately, I never made it. But I found my own way. I'm an entrepreneur myself, where business wasn't, I created it.
And his business is good here.
Oh, it's very good. I mean, it's been complicated a little bit, but I mean, there's workarounds, so to speak.
Complicated? In what way?
I mean, you can't have much competition here.
Oh no, I mean, well, there's one in particular, but I don't want to speak ill of a competitor, but he just doesn't use his products like he should. Is all
Doesn't
I'm
sound like
saying.
much of a competitor then.
Well, I mean, that's why I make more money, dear. Money is power, and I've got more of it. Uh, do you guys need anything? Want anything? What did you come here for exactly?
Well, we like to sample products from many different regions, and I mean that is how you get the best of the best, one might say.
Oh.
So
We don't plan
we're
on
looking-
setting up here. We're just
No.
having a
Oh,
browse
well,
at
I
the
mean,
merchandise.
if you would
So
like,
you don't have to worry about us.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I like to build up a working relationship with anybody. What is it you're looking for exactly in your product?
Well, we're not sure. We're not sure what products you have on offer here. One can't simply go into a business deal with a closed mind, can they?
Oh,
Sometimes you don't
no.
know what you like until you see it. Or
Oh,
try it.
well.
Or
I mean, and she kind of looks over at one of the bartenders at the table and kind of gives a hand signal to notify to bring out some products. And takes a little bit, but out comes varying races. They're dressed up in okay looking clothes, but they look very scared. And there's a couple elves, there's a couple lizard folk, there is a couple half orcs, couple dwarves, gnomes that kind of all come out with some people walking with them. You said you like to look before you touch. Anything here look interesting in particular? I mean, we have more exotic fares, and if you like something in particular, I mean, we have a little taste of anything.
This is a.
oh my god,
I'm
what I was
also-
just gonna say.
What were you gonna say?
I feel
like-
like at this point, you need to roll something to carry your composure.
Yeah.
Especially for Verity,
Yeah.
this was you, not
It
that
feels
long
deception.
ago. Yeah.
Or just wisdom if you're trying to make a save on like frustration and anger.
Yeah.
That's the feel.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
That's not my best. 12.
It's not completely it's not clear exactly why you are what would you say your overwhelming feeling is when you look at them?
Sympathy is not the right word. Is empathy the right word? Is that the one I'm talking about? Is
It's one of them.
that the
Okay.
one?
So
Yeah.
One of those?
50-50
That one.
shot.
as they are being introduced, Lenore, I would say you probably notice that Verity is not totally keeping up the illusion of being in, not caring.
I rolled a 22 on mine, so I'm gonna carry this disgusting facade further.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry. My companion Lady Hawk, she had some awkward experiences with common races, we call them. I would say that we're probably after something a little bit more exotic.
Oh, she's new to the business, isn't she? Well, let me tell you.
She has a sophisticated taste.
Oh, well, when I first started, at first it just was odd. I mean, everyone has their own personality, but when you've been in the business long enough, to get them to do what you need to do when they need to do it. As far as more, I have, what did you say? Special tastes. I do have some interesting ones. I mean, what is it in particular that she would like? I mean, I've got varying ages. I've got men, women. I've got uh, variety of different things, I guess. What in particular? I mean, it's
Midnight.
okay to be a little nervous. It's fine. It's normal. You just,
I
as
don't
soon
know
as you
if I
just,
don't know if nervous is how I would put it. She's a little, like I said, she has specific tastes. Midnight, more of the masculine is what you prefer. I believe.
all right.
Possibly somebody with a little bit of strength.
Oh, I can get that.
Are you gonna?
right
You
up.
should start
And
either describing Arsen or the exact opposite of Arsen.
Yeah.
Black hair, muscular, huge.
She'd like to call him the Falcon, I think. I don't know. Myself, you could say that I am more flexible than my darling Midnight. Do you have any? Have you heard of changelings or those who can manipulate their appearance?
darling, I have anything and everything. It sounds like your friend is more of a personality thing, which leave it to me. I'll sit with them for a few minutes. I'll make them do and act however I want. But as far as changelings, I do have many. I mean, is there something in particular? I have some that really favor turning into different fey creatures. I have some that like to, well, be more common, and I have others that really don't know how to use their powers, but I'm sure you can teach them.
Oh, yes, I think the more extra planar is probably a route that we haven't excuse the unintentional pun, darling, that we haven't taken so far in our line of business.
Oh, well, I totally understand that. Branching out into the oddities is something the business has to kind of develop in a way. You have to be able to know how to capture and catch the right products you're looking for. In general, when we do it, we like to lure in a way. Usually have one of our products that goes certain places asking for help, and well, people follow. And then we have our product now, don't we?
Well, I think we have a lot to learn from you, but of course we don't have to just discuss business this evening. Let your product rest for now, and let's enjoy the atmosphere.
Well, it sounds good. I think the piano guy's coming out soon.
Yeah, as you sort of draw the attention away, the lights begin to dim, and you're lit mostly by flickering candle lights, and you see that lights have been lit along the piano as well. So it's very dark and moody. And when the pianist steps forward, they have very like gender ambiguous, really hard to tell exactly what they are, but they have blue skin that's slick and looks almost a little bit wet, and long dark hair, and their eyes seem like this almost white, very very pale blue with no pupils, and they move with this grace like they are water. And when they sit down at the piano, they begin to play, and it is indeed one of the most beautiful performances you've ever heard. Um, it's easy to sit and relax and look over at Astrid every once in a while and how much she's clearly enjoying the show and forget momentarily why you were here because everything is so lovely. Every time your drink comes empty, they fill it up before you've even noticed. And before long, the pianist is standing, gives a deep bow, and people politely applaud. Far less enthusiastically than they probably deserve.
Is there any indication that this person is free of their own will up there doing this as like just a regular job, or that he may be forced hire, if you will?
Not clear. There's nothing physically on them that doesn't look like it's part of the outfit.
Mhm.
It's very like light and silky, so it doesn't look like there could be any like chains, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're not, you know.
Um, I'm gonna be right back, everyone. I stand up and I'm gonna go walk over and see him. As he's walking off, I'm not gonna like jump on stage and be like, "Yo, that was great!" But
Oh my god, I'm Tabby and I love music. And then just do the cat on the keyboard thing.
the good old keyboard cat session.
Somebody pick up Tabby.
Pick me up, and I am Longcat by design.
I can I gesture to one of like the waiters or whatever that looks kind of like semi-important?
Sure.
Our companions are those of many talents. Do you think that we could treat you, our treat, of course, with a performance? We like to associate ourselves with creatures of an exceptional skill. Our friend, well, our companion here is quite the musician.
Of course, we would be more than happy to make space. Allow us to clear the stage for you.
Okay, I pat him on the head and say, "Be a good boy, darling, and put on a show."
Should I bring Sapphire on to do more performance along with?
Yes, do.
All right. And I walk over to Sapphire and put my hand out. And
She takes your hand. She doesn't want to do it, but she's gonna do it.
I as I'm walking her up to the stage, I'm like, this is just gonna be a really fun time. I know this is something that you are doing for, I don't know, years as a forced thing, but let's have some fun with this.
Have some fun. When our friends told us to put on a show for a slave trader, right? That's fine.
I shakily say, it's like window shopping. Don't worry, we're not available.
That's what
Don't
they
worry.
always say.
I'm not gonna let them take us, no matter what. Don't worry. Ease of fears. Just gotta be quick on your feet and do those beautiful illusions you always do. And I walk her up onto the stage. Or is it like a stage, a big like?
Yeah, it's like
you
a
said it was like a
like a
theater-ish
theater
type thing?
stage. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Out of my sleeve, I pull my flute,
God, Tabby.
and I start playing some. What classical composer should I don't know, something kind of romantic, kind of smoky, loungy almost. And ooh, do I have a spell I can cast right now?
There's the big question.
I did not even consider this. Spell book, but this will be quick. I could just do major image of like a cascading waterfall behind us.
Oh my God. Sure.
Or something. I'm gonna do major image of a space that is like it's like an exterior of a cube where the inside is empty, not blocked, but it's gonna look like stars and just a big twinkling box of us on stage while I'm playing flute.
Okay. Sure. Let's have a performance.
Performance, hell yeah.
This is what Tabby wanted, right?
25. I was gonna hopefully get to play with the guy playing piano, but I'm okay with this.
You can invite the person to play piano as well. Do like a trio.
If he's still off stage, if the piano is just like behind a curtain, then I'm just gonna, while I'm playing, I rolled a 25 performance.
Okay, sure. Yeah, the pianist steps forward and says, in like a very kind of almost bubbly voice, "Can I help you?"
If you want to jump in and make a really spectacular performance, this piece is in a D minor diminished seventh. I'm bullshitting. myself, not Tabby. And the piano's right there if you want to keep playing. I'll pay you.
All right. I'll admit I'm intrigued. The pianist goes and sits down.
Cool.
This close, you can see that they don't have like individual like feet per se. They have kind of this tail that's this kind of like slides out, and it just rests on top of the pedals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that flavor. Ooh.
Yeah. You couldn't quite see because there was like lights on the front of the stage, but now that you see, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I see how they could move like this. And the music begins. Your new pianist friend takes a little while to get into exactly what you're doing. This is clearly not their normal, but ends up doing quite well. Sapphire, on the other hand, is clearly terrified. She ends up sort of like hiding behind one of the pianos and hiding behind the piano and using her mirror image to sort of like fake
like
she's doing something. Yeah, she's just kind of like trying, but it comes off very like it just comes off very scared.
I'll give her an inspiration die just for this in case that would help her.
Okay.
I think that's a D8 if you want to add that to it.
Oh, it's a D8. Damn, son. All right, she gets a little more into it with Tabby's help, but clearly every time somebody holds their gaze on her, like even a second longer than anyone else, she kind of freaks out again.
I'm gonna twirl a little bit and just look at her and just go, eyes closed.
Yeah, I feel like eventually the spirit dancers or the mimicry dancers are sort of like supporting Tabby as Tabby plays this music.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Like Verity and Lenore, you guys know who is up here and know them enough to read what's going on. But the audience probably doesn't understand. They probably think it's part of a formalized performance to kind of highlight each of them in turn. Yeah. When they're finished, they all stand up together, and after a little coaxing, they do a bow together.
Oh man, I really want to. I wish I had a rose on me to like I had this.
Roll to see if you have a rose in your pocket.
Honestly, at any given time.
Yeah, like Tabby's got a good chance,
3.
right?
A very strong 3.
It's a strong 3.
That's how many roses I have, right?
I'm gonna say you don't have a rose, but you do have a handful of dried petals.
Can't eat those.
The glitter of the cat world.
And I kind of want to chase after him after I throw him, but I'm a better person than that. I'm restraint. And as we're walking off the stage and the illusion ends and all that, I'm gonna ask this: is he a Triton, a merfolk?
It says, I am part Triton. Most in this city are not pure bloods.
That makes sense. Are you here under your own volition, or?
I suppose, as much as any of us are. There have been good and bad times in the city. I'm in a good one personally right now.
Okay, that's all I could have hoped for, is that you're at least in a position you're comfortable in. What's your name? Do you have a name for him?
Of course I do. Zio.
Zio?
Yep.
Zio the half Triton.
Yes, I've lived in this area most of my life. It is difficult seeing a city you love struggle to keep its values. You sort of notice them sort of pointedly not looking at the audience.
Yeah. Well, if it's any consolation, I think that good times will be coming up soon. This is my. It's been a while since I've been through, but it's much different than what I remember and what a lot of people I know remember. I think good I came here on good winds, if you will. And thank you for the performance. And I'm gonna hand him 5 gold, like a secret handshake.
He looks at the gold for a second and pockets it and says, "And you? I see you came with some interesting women."
Well-meaning and very caring, good at what they do.
And you are happy there.
I'm in a different situation than most.
I see. I suppose if you have money to spend, you must be. Thank you for the song.
Absolutely. Thank you for the song. I hope I'll get to see you before we make our leave.
And they gracefully leave.
Cool.
Back at the table, I'm gonna say, yeah, Verity has probably had to like take a step away. Is still having trouble dealing with all of this performative slavery, and which is fair. Seems like Astrid's pretty excited though.
Oh, Astrid is so excited seeing them on stage. She leans over and says, "Now, where did you get them? I need one."
But we found them in our travels. They have been with us for quite some time. I must say that that Sapphire is a favorite of mine, and I just used her real fucking name. Oops.
I did earlier as well, so I mean, I don't think we had code names.
Sapphire and Ian is why not? It has many talents.
Oh, well, look, I'm always looking to purchase, and I just have to say, I've never ever been able to get one in stock. Well, look, you have 2, and I wouldn't suppose you're looking for a business deal. I mean, you know I'm here. How much would one cost?
Oh, my darling, you cannot afford. They are particularly, as I said, they are favorites. I do not think Midnight would ever forgive me if we parted with our dear Ian, or myself if we parted with Sapphire. So you can understand. I perhaps, if our business relationship matures further, then we can talk about where you might procure your own.
Well, let's see for a second. I mean, let's look at this. Let's look at this as a whole picture. I mean, you don't have business here yet, right?
We're not looking for business here. Our intent is, I mean, you have to put the work in, don't you, to be able to procure such unique product. Lenore hates the words as it comes out of her mouth. It involves a lot of work, and that is the work that we're putting in here. So if you do have, as you said, some specimens that we might be intrigued by, then we would love to talk. But unfortunately, we have nothing for sale. We're not in the market to sell. We're in the market to buy. Oh, Lord Sumi. Yes, I have. He's infamous. Of course I've heard of Lord Sumi. I apologize. Yes. Oh, I've heard of his jewels from miles around.
Oh, yes. But you see, how he uses his product, he has them slave away in the rocks, and that makes their hands all gross and creased, and who would want to pay for that? I mean, I would.
Well, I mean, this is just me talking as a businesswoman, of course, but it seems if he is your biggest competitor, it would only seem right for you to help him with that situation, would it not?
Well, Trust me, I have been trying for years, and that slimy little devil will not, well, fall for tricks, I guess. So I just wait here, waiting for a day that he's going to randomly walk and fall off the face of the earth. And then I'll scoop up whatever's left and add it to my collection.
I see. I think this is perhaps where there is the biggest discrepancy between yourself and Lady Midnight and I, is that we are definitely women of action. And if you want to procure the finer things in life, I do think that, risks must be taken.
Sometimes you have to get your hands a bit dirty. I mean, we've certainly done it once or twice.
Oh, I'm used to getting my hands dirty. I mean, sometimes you have to catch the product yourself, and I'm not gonna lie, I've had to do it myself. But that was way back then, and now I have money and I don't have to do the messy work. But you do intrigue me. I like the idea of getting rid of him.
You said that he's not one to fall for tricks, and as I said, I mean, he is infamous across the lands. You've heard of Lord Sumi, haven't you, Midnight?
Yes. Have you tried fire? I find that usually works.
Arsen, poison, stabbing, bludgeoning, choking. I've tried everything. It hasn't worked yet, but I guess I've hired it in a way.
Perhaps we could help you.
I like the idea of this. This is intriguing.
I assume that it would be quite difficult to facilitate a meeting with someone who is so aware of your presence. Yes?
Oh, yes, he would not be caught dead seeing me. Well, I guess it's just because his social status is not as good as mine, if we're just talking as ladies here.
Oh, I'm quite surprised to hear that. As I have said, I mean, I do not want to cause offense, but I hadn't heard of you before this evening. But I digress. We should be able to. We are unknown to him. We should be able to perhaps facilitate a meeting, and maybe we could help you extend your power across the lands.
Well, it's probably just you're not in the right circles, dear. Everyone knows me. But yes, I would love to have something facilitated. Just don't put my signature on it. I mean, you know what my signature is.
Could you give me a glance? I hand her a napkin.
Oh, darling, I'm not talking about writing.
Oh. Do tell.
Oh, well, it depends what I'm doing. In general, I dabble with a little bit of magic, but I mark things, you see. I mark things I want, I mark things I sell, I mark things I own. I just put a little, well, it's a type of L shape, and it's smidgen with an A. And if you look at variety of the people in here, probably have a mark on them as well.
I see. Well, that is good to know. We will be sure not to use that. Perhaps if we were to be able to get you into a room with him, unbeknownst, that might help your cause.
Oh, that would be rather nice. I have a feeling it'll be a meeting he'll never forget if he comes out of it.
Well, I'll drink to that, Lady Midnight.
Or it comes out in pieces. Yeah. Details.
Okay, so you cheers each other with your fancy martini glasses, and yeah, do you guys spend more time with Astrid, or do you go back to your rooms? How long can you tolerate this?
I don't know. That was
I'll-
disgusting. I need a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was yeah.
I feel
Mhm.
like you don't hang out. You're just like, okay, we have to go have sex with our okay, we gotta go.
Yeah,
Taking our product. Oh my god, can't like.
It is time to commit intercourse with our gross income, domesticated income.
Oh.
Yes, domesticated
Lord.
income. Lay with me.
Yeah, as soon as you like get up to leave, like Sapphire comes over. Lenore, she's heard you talk about how like, you know, she's your favorite, and she like sticks very close to you. But it definitely seems like she's like excited to be with you, and not just away from everyone else.
Okay. Should we just get the fuck out of there? Do we have enough?
Yeah, I think that's probably enough you can get from one night.
We snap our fans twice, but do it slowly, I guess.
Get the fuck out, but like, you know, not terrifyingly.
Mhm.
And yeah, you guys piece upstairs to your rooms where you shower at the same time because you're like, dear God, I need to wash myself. This is horrible.
I'm jumping into that little waterfall that's actually in the room.
Yeah, everybody's just like, oh.
Tabby prestidigitations everyone several times. It's not enough.
Clean. Are you all clean yet? Do you still feel
Still feel dirty.
Really will help prestidigitate them when they come back.
I think Lenore just like dump a bottle of vodka over me.
That was
Like,
excellent, though.
scrub.
Like, mwah, living for that, the horror that is Astrid. Living for it.
Right.
glorious?
Okay, let's swing over to the other group of chaos, which is Brillia, Kos, and Ariana in white tiger form. Brillia, yesterday before everyone else fell asleep, you read some tea leaves and managed to get an image of Lord Sumi. And specifically managed to catch sight of one of the servants who looked kind of like mid-gag about touching him, and you were like, I bet I could find them. So you and Kos are kind of walking through the streets, sort of like in the area, kind of waiting to see if they appear.
Is there any part of town that's like the market or something that like I guess more people come in that we might have a higher chance of finding
Yeah.
this person? Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. So we'll say you guys are in like the town market square, and you're kind of like looking at food stalls and things like that, but not actively trying to buy. And Kos has been like keep trying to start conversations with you like for the last hour.
Oh, look at that over there. I'll be right back.
Finally, you're looking at a rather beautiful like turquoise bracelet with like a thick band, and as you're looking at it, Kos's hand comes down and slams the table next to the bracelet and says, "Brillia, you have to talk to me." I mean, and then she looks both ways and goes, "Esme Broadlove, you need to talk to me." And the person who's working the stall is immediately like, "What the hell?"
I'm gonna gently put down the bracelet and look towards her. Go, I don't think now is quite a good time, darling, considering we're out in public.
We are always out in public. We're always transporting slaves, or talking to royalty, or going to parties, or, you know, trying to find servants who work for gross dudes in the streets. So I think we do need to talk, because it's been almost a week, and you won't look at me, and it's lonely sleeping alone.
I'm gonna just sigh, just go, okay.
Do you want to yell at me? You can yell at me.
I would rather not do it right now, considering we currently have something and someone that we are looking for.
What about on my knees? I can get on my knees and beg. I'll beg.
No,
I'm not too proud for it.
That is not necessary. I just... I'm not gonna lie. In case it's not obvious, I am still mad. And let's just say I haven't been this mad since I've been mad at my father. So this is... I don't know how to deal with my own anger, Kos, and I'm sorry that this is causing it to be stretched out longer than maybe it would for other people. But I do not know when I'm going to not be mad anymore. I still love you. I do. That's what's making it harder, that I'm mad and I still love you.
I didn't mean to hurt you. I know it doesn't matter. I know that doesn't make it better. But I mean, how do you tell someone that, all that? And then we met everybody, and I was already under someone's spell, and I didn't know if I could trust them, and that's not an excuse because we've been together for years before that, so if that's not... Do you want to hit me?
I'm gonna roll for that. Wait, I don't know if she wants to. I don't think that would be wise with, I guess my current streak of being able to deal out more pain than I realize.
Right. Okay.
Which is still surprising to me. What the heck? Anyway.
I mean, Lenore's been nicer lately. Maybe you're picking up on some of her anger?
Maybe, but, I don't think this is all her. I think that would be not addressing how I feel if that was the case.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already talked to Lenore. Looks like she's more on the acceptance round of the situation. Slightly more than I am. So,
It's just I just think that and as she's kind of rambling, you catch sight of somebody at the edge of the market who looks to be picking up some vegetables. It's
Yeah.
seems like the person you've been looking for. Would you like to roll, let's say, do we have streetwise anymore? What's the equivalent of streetwise?
That might just be insight.
Yeah, insight.
All right, let's see if you can get your, because what we want you to do is get through the crowd to this person without kind of drawing too much attention.
Stealth.
So that would go. I think that would go stealth. It's like
Stealth,
20.
maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Stealth,
Yeah.
or maybe deception. Like, oh, I'm just walking this way. To walk this
It's
way.
probably stealth.
Dealer's choice. I'll let you pick which one.
Doing deception.
And yeah, just basically trying not to make everyone in the market aware that you have been standing here waiting.
That will be an 18 on deception.
You do pretty well. You actually kind of manage to combine it into what's happening with Kos and sort of make it look like you're storming away. So everybody in the near vicinity is like, ooh, that's a bad fight. And everybody you're walking towards thinks you're in a hurry. So you do pretty well. And you make your way over to the person who is picking up, let's say, fresh leeks.
Yeah. So a half elven woman, she has her hair kind of knotted up back, very straight laced, but her clothes are very, not necessarily raggy, but they're not the best. But she's keeping her head bowed low and just going about her work rather quickly. And when you kind of appear, she probably jokes, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Oh, it's fine. It looks like you're very busy. I appreciate a hard worker.
Yeah, that's what I do. I work hard. Is there something you need?
Oh, well, actually, any recommendations? It looks like this is your favorite booth for produce. I need to get, a couple things.
Oh, well, this one's really good. it has good ingredients and there's not usually bugs, so that helps a lot. But there's a couple next door that are really good too. There's a lot of good businesses.
Darling, please, no need to be nervous around me.
Kos is standing like over your shoulder though, between the two of you.
And
She
Kos is still
seems pretty
definitely mad.
Kos is like pouting.
Kos.
Pouting is what Kos is doing.
Is there something I need to do? I'm sorry. I have a list that I have to go off of, and I have to fill out the things on the list. And once I figure that out, then I get paid for the work, and then I'm done.
Sure, but pardon me saying, but your boss must be horrible for making you this nervous.
No, he's fine. He's good. He's very, very, very good. Lord Sumi is very nice. He pays us, and this is reward for us working so hard. He helped raise us from little bitties up.
Me as a player.
It doesn't matter that you and Kos are fighting. You both look at each other like,
Sumi, didn't you say?
Yes. He is a very, very good employer, and he makes us know that we need him, or else how would we do things?
Darling, you don't need him. You can always just find another job. Like, honestly.
No, I can't. It's not possible. I can't do that. I have to.
Darling, I just came over here because it looks like you knew what you were doing, but oh, you need a sit-down talk.
I don't know if there's time on the schedule for that.
I'm gonna take the paper out of her hand and to put block out stuff.
I guess it's on the schedule now.
See how easy that was?
That's easy. Yes. Is there something in particular that you would like to do with your time? I know a lot of stuff. That's why I'm good and helpful.
Of course. Honestly, I think it would just be helpful to just chat with you and get to know you a little better, because it looks like you could use some interaction with someone who isn't your boss.
Me?
Yes,
I mean,
you.
Oh. I don't know what that's like.
Well, that's certainly an issue.
I'm Caraway.
Lovely to meet you, Esme.
It's nice to meet you too. Well, I guess there's not much about me. But I like my job. I need my job. Is there something you need? Tell me what you need. I can help.
Darling, not everyone needs something from you.
That doesn't make sense.
Oh, it's
Everyone
about to make
needs
sense.
something.
Why don't we go for some lunch? Come on. I'm just like, she's like, nah.
She will go with Very looking behind her, with her little basket, going along.
All right. It doesn't take long until you find a cute little stand out of the way. They sell skewers of various types, and you get to kind of pick your meat, pick your vegetable, pick your sauce or dry rub. It's a very nice little stand. And I feel like you guys probably buy a whole bunch, like more than Caraway has ever been offered.
Yes.
Just like a pile of various things.
Exactly.
So you've got all the favorites. You got chicken and pineapple. You've got like peppers and beef. You got it all. You got some tofu up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Some leeks.
Caraway's just like looks at it and like picks one up, and, like rips a little bit off and eats it.
Delicious, isn't it?
I haven't had this kind of I you know, Lord Sumi doesn't really have us do that type of thing. We usually we get what is given to us.
Oh, but you should have some choice in what you at least consume. Like if you work so hard to get paid, you should at least be able to eat what you want.
Well, that's because we Lord Sumi. It is our duty to serve Lord Sumi. We graduated.
Graduated?
Yes. Those that get the opportunity to serve Lord Sumi have been able to get out of the caves and the mines.
Oh, it's that Lord Sumi who does the mining and the gemstones.
Yes, he makes beautiful gemstones and puts them in beautiful necklaces, and we help make the beautiful gemstones come out of the stone.
Well, if they're such beautiful gemstones, he should definitely have enough money, especially selling them, to treat you to something that you would like to eat.
Well,
instead of just being handed over, honestly.
The mines are hard work. And, well...
Exactly hard work that you deserve to be treated kindly after the fact.
That sounds okay, but really, we have to work very hard, and some people don't do very well, and so we have to get more people to work hard. But I like my job. I really do, but I just miss my sister.
Oh dear. Your sister. What happened? I know how that feels to be separated from your sibling.
Well, I was old enough and I did a good job. I was very good at getting the mining done. I was old enough and so I graduated, but she didn't graduate. So she's still doing the mining.
Wouldn't you like her to get her out of there? Sweetie, mining is no place for a child.
But I mean, that's where we prove ourselves, and that's
There's
how
other ways to prove yourself. There's a whole big world out here. Not just the caves.
Well, how will we ever be able to understand how to serve Lord Sumi and bend to his will?
I'm gonna whisper in her ear, like just getting close, not creepily, but just like if it was like a playful secret. There's a secret here. Not everything is about pleasing Lord Sumi.
I don't know how that works.
Well, darling, we can definitely help teach you.
Oh, like how to mine?
No.
Like
how to do things like this. It's what you want to do. Like you wanted this food. Here it is. You were able to get your hands on it. Things like that. What is something else you would like to do?
I would like to get to sleep in the morning.
And why aren't you able to do that? Lord Sumi, right?
Well, yes, because it's necessary for us to be able to serve and help him. He doesn't know how to get dressed in the morning, so we have to be there bright and early.
He's basically a big baby, sweetie.
Well, I mean, he's not a baby, he's an adult man.
Exactly. He should be able to dress himself.
That's
you
normal.
You dress yourself, don't you?
Well, yes, but I was taught to do that.
And what do you think happened before Lord Sumi had your lovely help?
He had nobody. We're there to help him and serve him.
Exactly. If he had no one, then he had to do it himself at some point.
Well, then he'd be lonely. We have to help Lord Sumi. I don't really like Lord Sumi, but I can't say that very loud.
Secret's safe with me, sweetie. I'm gonna also tell you a secret. Lord Sumi isn't my favorite person either. And that's okay.
Kos nods, and the tiger gives like a really loud, like, "Rawr!" Like almost like a like, oh, I'll take care of Lord Sumi. Don't you worry.
Now, wouldn't you love to see your sister again and out of the mines and be able to share lovely things like this? And I'm pointing to the food with her.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would.
You
be
deserve that. Everyone deserves that basic things in life, the happy things, simple things. Don't think that you don't.
Oh, I never thought of that.
You have a lot of thinking to do.
I don't know how I'm going to have time. It's not on the list.
Well, remember how simple we made a little alteration to that list?
Right. Okay.
Exactly. Now, sweet. Why don't we do this? Why don't we get what the rest is on your list so that Sumi doesn't get mad, just because right now is not the time we want him mad, just for now. And why don't you go introduce us to him?
I can do that. He likes me very much. I'm his favorite.
Of course, and we'll just say, secret between us, we'll just say we're gonna go look for some gems. Isn't that right, Kos?
Oh, he
Yeah,
likes to do business.
I love gemstones. I love buying the big ones. Rubies, amethysts, sapphire.
Yes, sapphires. Anyway, why don't we do that? And we'll see what business arrangements we can make. Note to DM, I know we have money. Like, how much money do we have?
You asked because you're the only one in the party without a ton of money. Ian, do you
I know
remember?
Kos has money, but like I was never.
Well, you got money from the helping the dwarves out.
We
that
did?
was also yeah. There was a lot of treasure in there, and yeah. So I think later, and we just made sure we had that split evenly. I said that y'all can grab some, but I don't think there was ever a defined amount. So
Okay. Would it be enough to buy this lovely person's freedom during our conversation with Lord Sumi?
I honestly wanted to say, plot-wise, the amount of money we got was just enough for any situation.
Yeah.
Like, what's the value of that? Oh, the numbers are.
I was
just
mostly
enough.
asking
Yeah.
Melissa.
Yeah, no,
Sure.
that's just
that my plan is going in a direction that's plausible.
Yeah, no, I like that. Let's say that it's a plot relevant amount of money that you were given.
We did do a lot of shit. Well,
anyone who bought
before I shut
puppies
up.
spent their plot relevant money though.
Not me.
I objected. I don't know what they're talking about.
You wonder why Ariana's still in debt after all these years. Stop buying $100 puppies. 100 gold puppies. $100 puppies are like actually a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are like, that's an adoption fee.
Yeah. So yeah, you can definitely you definitely have enough money to do so.
Okay. I am just gonna, and also me as a player didn't catch our lovely NPC's name, Mary.
Caraway.
Caraway, thank you. I need to write that down because my brain is a thing of pudding. I'm just gonna help Caraway finish up the rest of the list. And I'll say, Caraway, you definitely notice that although this person you're with is dressed nicely, she does have the work ethic as someone who's done similar work as you've done. If it brings any comfort to her at all.
She's much more relaxed, knowing that, like, she's not going to have to work extra hard to fix things. So, yeah. But she scurries around like a little mouse, going to each stall, getting the things off the list, and checking them off 3 times as though it's just the normal things that she does every single day in a routine order.
Mm-hmm. And really just gonna help with that. I guess I'm just gonna ask Caraway. Let's see, is he a little tired and grumpy at this time? Would it be best to talk to him now or tomorrow?
Mornings are not his best time. He likes to have strong dwarven ale at night, and that makes him very grumpy in the morning.
Well, I think now is a perfect time to talk to him if he has some liquor in him.
He is usually in a better mood at night when he has a strong dwarven ale.
Okay, that's perfect. Let's go see him, especially since you've been so productive here. You've done what you needed to do. And, we could just talk.
All right, Brillia is terrifying me right now, so let's go north and see if Brillia will kill someone.
Really is mad.
Fingers crossed.
Boy,
Really would be mad.
Oh boy, that's terrifying. Okay, so yeah, let's say you head up to the north end of the city where Lord Sumi's not quite castle, let's say estate is. Lots of people milling around doing various work. There's also a lot of like guard presence where it's just like kind of like showy, especially at the gates. Yeah, and I don't know, what's the aesthetic like? Ian, you're gonna play our Lord Sumi today. What's
Yes.
Sumi's aesthetic?
I just want to also establish: is it safe to say that the quarry that all the mining is in is either in front of or behind the manor itself?
Yeah, it's behind, and it's sort of like the walls around the estate also capture in the camp where everyone lives and the mining entrance.
So it starts off with being very, very like stately, has very tall walls, not meant much intricate detail on it, but it looks like it's like any columns that are there are very solid, very, very well crafted. It's mainly wood. There is some stone foundation, of course, but most pillars and most beams are like a nice mahogany and oak combo. Let's say it's like painted like not white, but like a beigeish color, which reflects pretty nicely with the dirty, dusty ground which is all around. But all the quarters for the children slaves are dingy wood falling apart. It looks like there's like ramshackle walls and sheet metal ceilings on a lot of them. At least the ones further back, the ones up front look better and are probably for the servants that he has. I would say that the ones up front probably match the actual manor itself, but the ones out back are bad looking and do not look like they would pass any sort of health code, any sort of structural codes, anything like that.
Okay. Do I assume A, I'm with Caraway, and B, I look fancy enough to not be bothered as I try to walk in?
That's a good question. Let's say some of the guards stop the group of you at the entrance, since you are two tieflings and a tiger with a servant. So the first guard stops you and says, "Do you have an appointment?"
No, I don't. Sadly, I wasn't aware that we had to make one, but honestly, I think it would be in the best interest for Lord Sumi to see me.
He looks you up and down. Would you like to, I feel like, intimidate him?
Oh, that's a 21.
Okay. Yeah, he...
actually, I lied. That's a 20. That's a 22.
Okay, yeah. He looks at you for a moment, and then he sort of, like, looks up at Kos, and between the two of you, he sort of says, "You have business to discuss?"
Of course, just some business. Let's get some gemstones that we need to get, and also, in general, it'd be good to build our relationship for the future.
He looks over at Caraway and says, "She does anything, it's your responsibility."
Yes. I will make sure she's okay.
He steps back and allows you inside.
I'm gonna whisper to Caraway, "Don't worry, we're not getting in trouble tonight. I don't want you to get in trouble either."
I don't want to get in trouble. I've done that before. I don't want it to happen again.
Neither do I. And we're just going in to meet Sumi, I guess.
Yeah, Sumi a party dude? Where's Sumi
Where
at?
we going?
Sumi would probably be in one of his 3 offices. Maybe the ground floor because it's easiest to get to, and he doesn't want to go upstairs. I would say that's probably the most likely place for him that he would be. And it's probably really close to the door too, just so he has to not have to walk so far. He doesn't like to be inconvenienced.
Sounds good. I guess I'm just gonna walk to the door, and before we go in, I'm gonna talk to Caraway and be like, okay, sweetie, I'm just gonna be really nice to Lord Sumi right now, okay? And you act just normally, okay? Can you do that? Can I insight check to see that she can do that? Do I have the sense that she can lie?
Do I have the sense she can lie? You talked to her for a while. How do you feel about that? Seems pretty darn
Feeling so
sincere.
Not feeling so hot. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Caraway, if you want to go let him know that he has a visitor, that'd be great. If you want to, of course. I can also just walk in.
No, that's my job. That's my job. I have to do my job and then I get paid. Okay. And she scurries into the room, knocks very quietly.
Kos leans over to Brillia and says, so how are we playing this?
Well, I think first things first, act like we're gonna get some gems and say we took a particular interest in our lovely Caraway here. Probably buy her just because I can't stand leaving her here. And of course giving her freedom the second we buy her.
I mean, and she leans close. Isn't the plan to free everybody though?
Oh yes, that's definitely the plan, but I think we decided as a group that I'd be learning how to mimic him for later. So I don't think we're in any position right now to just kill him. What do you think?
I mean, I guess if we pay him, we can always take the money back later.
You know me, Kos, I'm not necessarily worried about money. To be honest, it's still getting used to the fact that we have this much.
Okay, so I'll just pretend I carry the money.
Pretend you carry the money, pretend you're interested in the gems, and you're still my partner in this situation. So we're just gonna try to do some business, get Caraway out of here so I can get a sense of this man and rejoin with the others.
Okay.
I think that's the plan.
All right. I say Caraway probably comes back and leads you into the room. Ian, what's this office?
You see a recliner chair that's like, it goes all the way down to like bed position, next to this really shitty looking desk. And there's just another chair behind it that's just a wooden chair. But the room is lit up by a like really busted up shutter shade window that has lamplight coming through. It smells really smoky in here. It's way more humid than it was outside the room. And you see this kind of sloppy looking half elf, a little bit. He has a pretty solid beer belly, some pinstripe pants, tucked in white blouse shirt, unbuttoned at the top. You see some stains in it. I think there's like maybe a cigarette burn in a spot of it. But he's wearing some suspenders, a little loose, and he has a pencil thin mustache. And he's sitting there just. I wasn't expecting any guests today. What brings you in? What? A tiefling? Two tiefling. All right, yeah. Sit. And he claps his hands and looks at Caraway to get some seats.
Oh yeah, she scurries, gets one seat set up, scurries gets the other one, and gets little pillows for each of the seats so they're comfy, and sits in the corner, or stands in the corner.
And when he claps, by the way, you definitely see there's 4 rings on each of his fingers. They all look pretty much identical. But yeah, he has a lot of rings on his hands.
Clicky clack. I feel like Kos is just standing behind the chair, like still doing the like intimidating presence.
Lord Sumi, thank you for making time for us. It's lovely to make your acquaintance. We were just hoping to procure a large amount of gems, particularly for a lovely collar for a dear pet here. And I'm pointing to our lovely tiger,
Oh
Ariana.
shit! Whoa! They just let that in.
Was there an
Ooh.
issue?
I
I'm sorry, Lord Sumi.
no, it's okay.
To be honest, your lovely friend here was wise to help us get in, considering all the business we're about to do. If that is any comfort.
that is a pretty solid comfort, I'd say. What are you looking for? Are you looking for gems for collars or something?
Yes, precisely.
What type of gems you looking for? I
Sa-
got
sapphires. We need at
sapphires?
least 50 high quality sapphires for our
Heard.
tiger.
That's a tall number. Not a lot of people look for. Like, what size you're looking for? For like I don't know, pinky nail sized or thumb sized or just a mix, smaller. I can do whatever. What do you got
Probably
for?
some larger ones so that they show out through the fur, so they don't get lost in there. But that's why we came to you. We heard that you're the best in the business for gems.
Indeed, I am. No one else is in the business, actually. I run it so well, no one else wants to compete.
Well, it looks like we came to the right person then.
That you did.
Hmm.
Do you guys want a drink? Under the fridge he takes out or under his desk he takes out this like this chest that has some ice in it and some dingy looking bottles of various ales. No, some labels are peeling off and all that garbage. My headphones got unplugged. Okay.
I mean, why need labels when all it is strong alcoholic dwarven booze?
Mm-hmm.
No worries, Lord Sumi. I think I'm doing quite fine myself.
That's a tall muscle back there. How do you want anything? That's I got a lot. I'll take that as a no. So here, and then he pours himself another tall glass, kind of froths over the edge of this tankard he has on his desk, yeah. So some sapphires. I got some pretty strong rates going on. Sapphires are kind of hard to dig up around lately. We've been running dry. To fit a collar around the neck of the tiger. That's.
If we have to, we can do sapphires and then other gems in between. If you don't have enough stock, of course.
We do got some solid diamonds in here. There's a pretty deep diamond mine down in the quarry behind.
Oh, diamonds would be a lovely contrast.
I'll even cut them down a little bit for you. Good business, good business.
I was hoping so. You speaking my language here is Lord Sumi.
Alright, so if I was to I would have to deliver some of them because I think that we have we still have to mine some more because the sapphire shortage is pretty intense. We just had a big buyer. The labor's kind of cut too. We had this spooky man come through. I'm not supposed to talk about like insider trade secrets, but this spooky man came through about a month ago. Took some of my kids. I've never seen Caraway. I think you remember this. He didn't take the sister, whatever her name is, but there was a halfling boy and a dwarven boy he took, and that was I've never met a man who was grosser feeling than I am.
He was very tall and scary. They did not want to go, but that is work. That is what we do.
He bought from you before, honestly.
Yeah, it's first time I saw him, honestly, myself. But his name is maybe Carl, something like that. I don't know. Kids, I've never seen kids so disobedient about that shit. A lot of books. I never carried a lot of. I don't need to spill these beans. These are not my beans to spill. All right, so back to business. You're looking for some gems. You're probably looking around maybe 2,000 gold for a good amount of gems. There's diamonds in there, sapphire, maybe more than that. I'll part with 2,000 for that's a tall order. Some diamonds go for about 100. Yeah, no, that's cool with me. You guys have payment today, or looking to pay after pay when shipment starts to be
I
confirmed?
think
'Cause
pay
can
with
send people.
shipment, since you said it might be a while.
Yeah, it
because of
might
the
be like a few
shortage.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
We
that
will need to get the gemstones placed in the collar, right?
yeah, and do you guys do that here, or do you have any recommendations for who to go to?
I know some people. I got some leather workers somewhere around, and I can scorch that up and get it all sent out, all prepared for you. That's extra labor. Probably another 50 gold on that. So.
Of course. Lovely customer service here, Lord Sumi. I can see why you're such a star in the business.
20 GP gold. All right, 2050. Do you? If you guys want to come back tomorrow, I'm around noon. I'm kind of feeling it, as you can see. He takes a sip out of
Agreed.
his mug.
I do have one question for you.
Yeah.
It's quite a relief to see that you don't only sell gems, because your lovely friend Caraway has caught my attention. She's such a sweetheart.
Ooh, servants are they're kind of they're up there. They're the ones that they're the high class ones. Like Caraway, she's one of the best.
Exactly. We have similar tastes. So, let's see, what would it take for you to part with lovely Caraway here?
Some things you just can't put a price on, you know. There's her sister though, like, the Carl, whoever he was gonna take her and didn't, but she is about to graduate in the next few weeks, I think. Don't tell her, Caraway. Don't tell her I said that. Don't tell
No,
her I
Lord
said
Sumi, I will not.
that. Better not, please. Thank you.
Oh, so I assume she's as hardworking as Caraway then.
Yeah, I mean I don't really go to the mines too much, but I get good reports from my people down there.
I'm gonna make Brillia roll deception because she's still disgusted by the conversations he's having. To see if she can
Yep.
keep this up.
I appreciate how everyone's just dry heaving every other scene. So that's
Oh, I rolled a natural 19.
Ooh, a
Plus
natural
7.
19. Okay.
So she's keeping it together,
Yeah,
apparently.
Kos keeps looking at you like, I am terrified at how good you are at this shit. Like,
Really is internally terrified as well.
like who is this person? Who are they? Yeah. So are you gonna make a deal for Caraway / Caraway's sister?
Yes. I think that's the plan. Since he won't part with Caraway quite yet.
Yeah, Caraway's sister, she's primed and ready to go. Do whatever you need, and I mean whatever. That's if you just need to get one of these rings, and they'll do whatever. It's pretty good.
Okay, of course. I would love to add that onto our tab. Actually, we can just do that now, since I would like to take her out of here as quickly as possible. But
Running up a big bill here, damn. That's
well,
good cousin.
shouldn't be complaining, shouldn't you?
I mean, look at our tiger. We have all the money we need to buy whatever we want.
No,
Or the broad loves.
It is a pretty high price. It's usually only like 5 gems at a time. I would request a deposit today if that's fine with you. Do you have anything that or tomorrow? Tomorrow is fine if you're going to be back to hammer out the details, sign stuff, and all that.
Tomorrow would work quite well, unless you insist. I guess we did just barge in on you and your time.
I'll never turn down fresh coin. Never.
Good man, I would hope not. So I think tomorrow would be lovely, although I assume that for Caraway's sister that would have to happen now if we're taking her, correct? Just because we want to be polite about the situation.
They need to be prepped up more before going, so unfortunately not tonight.
Oh, not tonight, really?
Yeah.
Such a pity. Well, I guess tomorrow it is then. Sounds good.
Yeah, when the sun hits the peak, if it's cloudy, then just ask somebody when that is. It's
I'll
near around
check
the
with
port.
your men outside to see if you're up and about.
Yeah, 12-ish would be fine. I don't have any. He checks through a book. I don't have any appointments today. Tomorrow, it's night. I don't have appointments tonight anymore.
This is like me when I go to a work meeting. Just like, oh, I guess I could do 12:30. I guess I could. Yeah.
Well, sounds great. It was lovely speaking to you. Caraway, do you mind showing me out?
Yes.
Yes, show her up. Show them
Very
up.
much. Yes, Lord. Well, yes, Lord Sumi. She'll show him out.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Caraway before we leave. Caraway, darling, we'll be back very soon to take care of your sister.
Shut the door, please.
Yes, Lord Sumi. I'm so sorry.
We'll be back very soon, okay?
Well, he's a keeper.
He's very
Definitely.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Caraway, sweetie, we're gonna be back tomorrow, okay? And you just keep being nice to Lord Sumi until then, okay?
Yes, I will do a good job.
Just for now, but remember, don't forget what we talked about earlier either, that sometimes things can be moved around on that list. But for tomorrow, let's just be good for now.
Okay.
Sounds good. And I'm just gonna give her like a hug and like a kiss on the forehead
Okay.
and walk out of there as fast as I fucking can.
Yeah. You make your way back to the inn, and once you're out of kind of the earshot of the guards, Kostas just says, "Who are you? What
I
the
don't
hell
know.
was that? Are you
I
gonna
don't
take?
know.
Are you gonna take over the gemstone agents? Are you a
No.
Are you a mobster? I think you're a mobster, bro."
I don't know what that was. I've never been a good liar. You've seen me before try to lie, and now suddenly that came out.
I mean, thanks to Lenore, maybe?
I don't think it's Lenore. I think it's your good buddy Pelor, to be honest. Which is weird, but I
Taylor's
guess
supposed to be a good guy, though. I mean, why would he make you good at buying
he knows
slaves?
that. No, I think it's more like he wants to make sure I have the tools I need to get things done.
Well, that's good.
Is it? I'm not quite sure if I like who I was back there.
Can I?
Okay.
Can I rub your back? Can I?
Yes.
Okay. She puts her hand between your shoulder blades and just like gently rubs to help calm you down.
It does. It helps.
Damn it helps.
Damn it helps. She doesn't like admitting that it helps, but it does.
Okay. Let's say we've got another 30 minutes left of the stream. Let's say you guys compile what you've learned and come up with a plan based on that. So Brillia and Kos and Tiger come back into the room.
If you guys want to come and hang out in the shower, well, the waterfall, this is the best place to do it.
Everybody's still washing all
Directly in that waterfall I'm going. Just like
Have you seen there's a video of a, I think it's a capybara that's sitting inside a stream and there's just water pouring down on its head. That's just Tabby just sploosh. Just, this is the best. I like this. Welcome.
now I see why you guys had to get in here and feel less disgusting. Whew. Well, it looks like everyone was successful based on the fact that we're all sitting here in this fountain. Well, I guess Kos and I have an appointment with Lord Sumi tomorrow at noon. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do with that, but we have it. We need to get those kids out. Those kids need to be gotten out of those horrible conditions. He's brainwashing them. Oh, those poor children. Oh my goodness. Okay, how was Astrid?
Yeah, she wanted to buy Tabby and Sapphire. So that was the thing that happened. Look, if we're being perfectly honest, she was gross. I think we kind of like laid the seeds for her to want to like get murdery with Sumi. So she's interested in like us getting him into a room with her. So like, do you think that we could like do a similar kind of thing with Lord Sumi? See if we can, you know,
Well,
get
we
him
can always-
alone in a room. Then I figure if we just like lock all the doors and they'll just like murder each other. Do you think
Well,
like a
She can always come with Kos and I in disguise. We have an appointment with him.
do you think you could relocate the appointment so that he could meet us here at one of the rooms here in the hotel?
Probably if we get a message to him. He
Like if there's enough
seemed
gold.
more than happy to do business and seems very motivated by money, so I don't see why not.
Because it would probably be a good idea, right, to have him here,
Neutral
like
ground.
yes, neutral ground. That's also like they don't have people that they can like call on immediately, and then we can kind of like maybe we could get like an adjoining room so we can lock up the room, and then hopefully they'll get like murdery on each other, and then we'll only have to take like one of them out.
And if they don't, then we just light that room on fire.
Exactly.
Well, I don't think we necessarily want to ruin Alexi's business here, considering he's
Oh,
ally.
Kos points out that Lord Sumi did seem highly flammable.
Yes. Very flammable, especially in that
his
room.
whole estate seemed very flammable.
well, should we not, Kos, do you think we shouldn't meet here at the hotel if he's that flammable?
I mean, I guess it depends on what the plan is. Like, are you going to try to trick them into thinking the other is encroaching on their territory? Or are you going to just burn, like, trick them in the same house and lock them in?
Well,
I mean, Sumi's house is good to burn, but there's kids who are also locked in that encampment.
Yeah, we don't want to burn children. That seems like the last thing we want to do is to burn children. But maybe we don't burn them. I know, I'm so sorry, Verity. I know you like burning things.
Not children. Jesus,
No, not the
bales of
I
hay,
mean,
wooden carts,
I wasn't
forests,
suggesting
trees, plants.
I wasn't suggesting you.
I don't burn children.
I wasn't suggesting you wanted to burn the children. I just meant
I'm
perhaps
pretty sure
we
that's exactly
can't.
what you were suggesting.
I think perhaps we can't burn. Like if we were to have them here, let's maybe figure out a different way to murder them other than burning. Like here, because yes, the thing that the workplace hazard of burning people is that it creates fire that burns other things. Like
Some of us have the ability to
It's
put out flames quite
controlled.
quickly.
I have that as well.
controlled burning.
I can do
controlled
both.
burning.
Oh, okay.
It's controlled burning, and I also have shape water. I can do both. I am a one-man firefighting system.
I could
Woman,
get
one
Astrid
woman.
physically into the room if we need to. I can like open that dimension door and just walk her through if you set it up right.
Well, I think if we just have her know that we've set up a meeting with Lord Sumi and he'll be here at this time, she can just casually just happen to be here and doing other business. To be honest, we could.
She wants him dead, right?
Oh yes, she wants to steal his children.
Ah, okay.
Also, I think she was talking about like kind of like she wanted the children to be like appealing and stuff, and by having them be, look, it was crossing some lines that I don't think I'm not sure. Maybe she just means soft hands to present grapes. That's definitely what I'm going with.
Everyone just sees Brilla's eyes do the gold fire thing. Just in that last sentence was the last straw.
Yes, well, we definitely don't want her to get the children. That's important. But we can have her think that we are okay with her getting the children to get her in the room, and then they can try and take each other out.
Exactly.
And then we'll just deal with the consequences at the end.
I mean, when we were at his estate, I was counting the guards. He's got maybe 24. Like, whatever we do, we've got to make sure that they're either trapped inside or can't help or buy them off or...
He's gross, right? I could seduce him.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't recommend doing that.
I mean, I'm not actually going to, but I'm assuming he doesn't want his guards there when he gets, like, freaky. I could be like, oh, Lord Sumi, I have dwarven ale and a vagina. Do you want to come to my room?
I think the money should be allure enough to come meet us here.
But will it be enough to meet us here without guards?
Well, I assume as long as he doesn't bring all. How many did you say it costs? About 24 plus. I assume he's not going to bring all of them.
No,
And
but he's probably going to use it to defend the investment.
True.
Yeah, but I mean, the guards in this situation are no other than paid mercenaries. You can pay them off themselves.
To be honest, they probably hate the guy too.
Honestly.
Because it's not very hard to do.
Do you think we are traveling with anybody who was taken back from Caracat who wants to start up an orphanage in that he's in that big building down we passed by earlier, right?
Oh, what about the dude that flies now?
Oh, Demar, I think you would I don't know if he wants to go back to his flying routes or if he wants. He's a port city and he might be the one to ask.
Yes, and then those
might know
we
someone
have
as well.
children. We have children traveling with us as well.
I
I
mean,
think
yeah,
we
if we
have
can get rid of all of the assholes in this town.
I thought you were going to say children.
No, but like you remember when we came in and we went past the brothel? It kind of looks like you could definitely rework that, like their bedrooms and common spaces.
Yes, I agree.
Definitely. Okay. So
So
what's
the
the
brothel
plan?
becomes the orphanage.
Yes.
I guess
Team-
children were being made there anyway, so.
Oh.
I get it.
Oh.
That's a funny one.
And then, yeah, I'm sure we could find people that are willing to kind of take on the fortune and make it serve the people better. Socialism, am I right?
That might be the best thing to do. As long as, hopefully, maybe one of our people could have a deed of sale of being like, this is my business, I'm giving it to you. Does anybody know how to like forge stuff or maybe fake a document or anything? Because that might be a really good thing to do. I'm not sure if that's something we have.
Verity, is that something you've done before?
Verity has excellent penmanship.
I have that.
I think well, hopefully there's enough of us here if all of us try to forge a document. One of them has to be decent enough, I would hope.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm particularly good at it, but I've apparently good at a lot of things.
I could steal some paper from his desk next time we're there. Like he was taking notes on his parchment.
That would have been a good thing for me to do when I was there, but I was a little occupied. Okay. Yes, we can do that.
That would be helpful.
He might have a safe with some secret stuff like most people do in their offices. If he was hiding anything, then it could be like anywhere you couldn't see. I mean, obviously. But
So what's our plan then?
I mean, are we really overcomplicating this? Are we sure you can't just walk in, stab him in the neck, and then we can't just walk in and stab Astrid in the neck, and then leave? I just wondering why we're overcomplicating this.
I do like to stab.
We could. I think
We'll get some souls.
I mean,
we would definitely.
if they have guards, the guards will defend them. I think the
We'll
problem would
stab
be
them too.
the problem would be getting out, not killing them.
And also,
Well,
we'd
we
probably
stab
have
them
to do
quietly and then sneak out.
We'd probably have to do it at the same time, which means separating us, because if word gets to the other that someone is out here killing, then they might up their own guards as well.
Well, I think if Astrid were to find out that Lord Sumi had been stabbed, she'd be throwing a party.
Ooh,
Yes.
I know. What if someone pretends to be Astrid, shows up, stabs Sumi, disappears? He's gonna take all of his troops and try to, like, fuck her up, right? Like, don't kill him, just injure him enough to get them to, like,
do it themselves. We were gonna make them self-destruct, not kill them ourselves.
Yeah. Just give him a light stab, drop your shape thing.
Verity, you can do that, right? That's what we were trying to do.
I can do that.
We could do it both at the same time, like you said. I mean, it would take us, we could have Brillia go and do the same thing, and then each of each other's forces are just going to think the other killed the other.
And if it gets hairy and we can't quite kill it, they'll still be at war with each other. So
yeah,
as long as we can get out, it's good.
I mean, if we can hold off on using any of our, badass stuff, then, whoever's left will be easy to kill, right?
You could just, you could walk around for a few hours in locations where they're usually seen and be like, I'm going to kill the bitch. And then you'd be like, what a slob. I hate him. I'm going to steal all his children and murder him. So that we publicize it.
I feel like that would publicize it to the point that more guards would be put up when we do attempt to harm him to start a feud.
We send the rumor. We start that rumor after the murder or attempted murder has happened. Because once we're out of there and everything's up in arms, and then it's like, oh, I heard this is down the grapevine, and it already happened. We couldn't stop it. Oh, time to get back at them. So maybe after, I think we should pay off one of the guards and be like, hey, we could get you a better gig if you want to. Hey, there's money. And have him...
I was hoping to find an ally in one of his servants, but she's so brainwashed that it would take years of care for her to be fully independent enough to make that decision.
Let's just go with the stab, right? I think that's good. Like, Verity, you dress up, you do a quick stab, we be there to reinforce and get you the F out of there. Right? And then we call this and then we can advertise. You know what I mean? Like, if we need to sell it more, we just go, oh yes, she told us last night that she was going to do it.
Well, do they have logos for their brands that we could maybe sleeve on?
Yes. She has a mark. It is an LA.
And I saw the branding that they had on the kids, right? That's definitely...
He walked into my knife 10 times.
Yeah, Sumi's mark is like an X with an O around it. It's like an X-Men logo, I guess.
It's the Zodiac Killer logo?
I don't know. Kinda.
That's cool.
Okay, so how do we get in? Do we go in with the meeting? Like, we can just send Verity in with your meeting tomorrow, and then when she's in there, she can cast a spell, do a quick stab. Oh no, you need to be seen, don't you? We can't go in with you. Yeah.
Well, we can pretend that Astrid knows how to disguise herself, and there was Astrid pretending to be this other girl the whole time.
That seems very elaborate, doesn't it?
I don't know. Just spitballing.
So we're overcomplicating this again.
I mean,
we all go in, right? I'll pop to the loo. I'll put on my disguise. I'll come in, stab him. I'll run out, drop disguise, and go, she went that way.
And you'll go, I'm Astrid. And then you'll drop disguise, So the guards say,
I am Astrid, and I
am Astrid.
And then stab, and then run, drop disguise, and then when people... she went that way.
Astrid did it. Yes, okay. Sweet. Let's just do that.
Yeah,
should we do it tomorrow?
Done.
I mean, in my experience, just don't give people time to think about it, right? Like, keep them moving. Yeah. And I mean, if you stop and think about it, like, Astrid's not going to run in and stab you in your house, but immediately he's not going to think about it, right? We just have to make sure he acts right then.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someone else could pretend to be one of his guards and kind of like lead the troops. Be like, let's go.
Can definitely do that.
That's right. I heard it was definitely Astrid.
We're killing her now.
I saw her. Let's go kill her.
Yeah.
I know where she is. To her house.
Yeah.
Murder.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do that tomorrow. Let's just do it real quick.
Do we have a bar below in this building?
Sure do.
I'd say I have an idea, and I'm gonna run downstairs.
Okay.
I come back in and put my clothes on, and then because I was sitting in a waterfall, I'm not gonna sit in there in my fully clothed person.
No, of course not.
And
reminder, we're all having this conversation in the waterfall.
There's something about you guys having this whole conversation in the shower, like in your underoos, which is like deeply entertaining.
Someone keeps writing on like a slick surface of the condensation. Like we do this X to this 0 here in line, and then
It's
we
like
converge.
a whiteboard, but they're using the steam to
Yeah.
Exactly.
play out
I'm
the
so glad that we requested a fountain in our room.
It makes my reference to my vagina earlier a little bit more intimate.
boom, boom.
Oh, speaking of, I had an idea of how Astrid would maybe go there just now. You could be Astrid, and we could take him a peace warming gift, right? Like a peace warming gift, and then you can murder him. Yeah.
I'm definitely
Again, are we
trying
not
to
making
take
this a little
some
bit too elaborate?
persuasion.
I
I
don't
used to
think
be-
Are you
Why didn't you
suggesting
let
you
me
don't
in?
jump out of a cake and stab him?
I don't think
Because
it's
it could be
cake. A giant cake.
not a giant cake, just you with a prostitute walking in and saying, "Look, let's bury the hatchet."
A knife in a prostitute.
No, you're gonna have the knife, not the prostitute. The prostitute is just like, ew, hi.
Guys, I think we should stick with the original plan. The
It's just, why is she there? How are you
because
gonna get
she's
in?
always
Isn't she gonna be like, "Don't come in. You're not welcome here. We hate you."
Not if I go in. No, I'm going in with Kos and Brillia and
Right.
Tiger, and they're going to pick up their diamonds. I'm along for the ride.
And
then
sapphires.
you turn into them while there. And sapphire.
Sapphire shutters.
Come back as Astrid, stabby, leave, run,
Yeah.
back to Verity. She went that way.
And then we all meet back
Okay.
here and we have a pint.
Yeah.
And more ice cream.
That's what I meant by a pint. What'd you mean?
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah.
Of Bailey's.
Both.
Okay.
I dead seriously am going downstairs to the bar though.
All right. What are you getting?
I'm not gonna drink anything. I'm looking to see if I can see that the symbol of Lord Sumi anywhere. Like if any of his guards are sitting at the bar because it's not their shift.
All right. I'm seeing where you're going with this. Yeah, there's two guards sitting at the bar chatting away.
I'm gonna walk over to them, like hit their shoulders, like, "Hello, fellas. You seem to be in business with Sumi over in the mine area, huh?
What's it to you?
I have a proposition for you. But first, are you guys paying for these drinks? You don't have to." And I put like 2 gold on the table. I have a lot of gold.
Not for long. I say, all right. We'll listen for as long as it takes for you to finish our drinks.
Yeah. How long have you been working with this man?
Maybe 10 years.
Does he treat you well and all that? Good benefits, all that?
He's a rich guy. What do you think he does?
Mm-hmm.
They don't get rich by giving out benefits.
That's very true. I know the type. Jeez. So I have a proposition. There's news of fun gatherings tomorrow. If I was to offer you your I don't know, month's pay to either not go to work tomorrow, are you guys on shift tomorrow?
Of course.
All right. If I could offer you a month's pay to not go to work, or to go in there and around maybe a certain time, make a little bit of a scene and have fun.
Make a scene.
Yeah, it's I can give you more details if you accept. You won't die. Nothing will come out of it.
Well, we gotta go to work or we're gonna lose our jobs. That's gonna cost a lot more than a month's pay. But
That's very fair. Yeah.
depends what kind of distraction you want.
So not giving too much away. I have a business proposal from Astrid, and we're trying to make it worth Sumi's side. I'm gonna roll deception for this.
Mm-hmm. Deceive me.
All right. Hopefully this fucking goes well.
Okay. Well, they're idiots.
21.
Cool. He rolled a 1.
Oh, thank fucking God. Oh, they're no drinking. So there's rumors of I come in close and whisper. There's rumors that Astrid's trying to kill us, kill Sumi. I mean, I'm
Dumb
sure
plan.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard this over and over again.
Guards are idiots.
Yeah, it's. I heard they're saying the same thing about you guys. Not you too, but like about our guards. Yeah, she's trying to start the war between you guys, and I think honestly it might be worth it because like she's trying
rich
to
people.
Yeah, so there might be something going down tomorrow, and if you roll with it, then I can make it worth your while.
All right, fuzzy man, speaking our language.
I pat my chest and you can just hear ching 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 from coins being like, if you take this deal right now, hey, that's more money for you, right?
Let's talk.
All right.
And they call for another drink. It's just like a no-name kind of beer.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's say you sit down and negotiate. I mean, they rolled badly, so I think you can pretty much convince them to do whatever you want. So
cool.
Let's save it until the moment has come and you're like, we need blank, and then that's what you told them to do.
Absolutely. Their names are going to be Derek and Steven.
All right, make sure you write it down. Derek and Steven.
Yeah. Derek and Steven, the two guards.
The two guards.
Where's my
pen? Where's my pen? I gotta remember. All right. So you guys are meeting Lord Sumi tomorrow around noon, so it's time for bed. Time to sleep. There are enough beds for everybody. Whether you have a king or a queen, you can argue over, but everybody has a nice comfy bed, and whatever, there's a place where you can pick out what kind of pillow you want. So you want soft, hard, down, whatever. So you get the perfect little setup for you. You all have a nice night's sleep. Except for Verity. Hey. Verity, you have some kind of nightmare, maybe? You're, like, floating in the air, but, like, the ground is floating. As you look over the edge, it's like there's, like, a chunk of, like, an island that's floating, and it's chained to the ground. But it looks like it would float away if not. And there are clouds, like, moving in and out.
Like a land balloon.
Like a land balloon.
I like it.
It's a castle that's somewhat like your old family castle, but like it's just different enough whenever you pay attention. Like in that way where dreams make sense until you examine them too much.
And I'm floating as well, along with the land castle.
Yeah, everything's kind of like got this weird, almost like kind of more like a moon bounce, you know? Like you still can get to the ground, but it's sort of like an airy, slow kind of movement.
Is there anything else, like just nothingness?
I mean, it's the full castle. You can hear, you can hear this. There's like a voice coming from inside.
Okay, 100%. My assumption is I'm finally dead. I did it. I don't know how.
I don't know how I did it.
I managed to die.
This is how. I did it.
This is it. I died. I died.
I'm floating with the angels.
And I didn't even do anything, so no one can even be mad at me, okay? I just must have, whatever. It doesn't matter how I died. I'm dead. Sorry to whoever has to find me in the morning.
You step into the courtyard, and you see a man with blonde hair, and he has one hand behind his back, and with the other he's sort of like fencing a straw mannequin. Just training. He's talking to himself every so often.
Like other dead people? Not to interrupt, but do you know the way to the afterlife? I'm here for one afterlife, please. Do we get to go inside?
Verity.
Corner?
They turn around and surprise, it's Arsen. He lowers the point of his blade and says, "What do you mean? You're not dead? Why would you be dead?"
Of course I'm dead. This is the place where you go to the afterlife, and why are you here?
What? What do you mean, why am I here?
On the floating land balloon.
He, like, looks around for a second like he hasn't totally noticed where he is. And he's like, I didn't, I think it's a dream? You're very pushy.
Or even frustrating in death. Okay.
Oh, I'm frustrating in death. Well, you know what? You're frustrating for a dream. How about that?
It's not a dream. I do not dream. That's not possible. I am dead. Stop trying to ruin my death.
What do you mean, ruin your death? What do you... Stop ruining my dream. Wouldn't take my horse, won't take my advice. Why don't you go have your own dream, alright?
This is my dream. This is my land balloon. All of this is mine so that I can go to the next life. I died. I get to move on.
What do you mean you get to? You don't get to die. I told everyone to take care of you. You're fine.
Oh, well, sorry that your servants didn't do your bidding. Right.
They're not my servants,
Okay.
they're my friends. I have friends, Verity. I have friends now.
Well, their job is not to keep me safe.
Yes,
Look,
it is.
Regardless.
It's probably Aslan's stupid horse's fault.
Don't blame Horse. Horse was excellent.
Horse? You renamed...
I didn't rename him anything. I didn't remember his original name, and then I didn't want to get attached.
That's the
I just
definition
called
of
him Horse.
renaming him.
Well, look, we're not having an argument. I'm not having an after-death argument.
You're not
This is-
dead. Look,
Wait.
you're not dead. And he, like, pokes you in the chest. See? Not dead. If you were dead, you'd be like a ghost, right?
You don't know that. You don't know anything about the afterlife.
I don't know anything about anything, do I? I don't know about love. I don't know relationships. I don't know about supporting my partner. Don't know about freeing slaves. I don't know about shit, do I?
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. No, this makes sense. Okay. Right. There has to be like a challenge, right? It's like a trial.
Oh,
and
I'm
then
a
it'll
challenge.
final-
I'm a trial.
Yes.
Being with
That
me
will
is a
decide
trial, is it?
whether I get to go to the glory land or to the shadow.
You know what
place.
would be a good way
Right.
to test you on where you end up? Maybe, like, making good decisions in life. Maybe, I don't know, not breaking up with your boyfriend because he's got to free slaves.
I make good decisions.
You
I
do
didn't
not
break up
make
with you.
good decisions.
You broke up with me. I
What do you
made
mean I bro-
perfectly good decisions.
Wait a minute. I didn't break up with you. What are you talking about? You broke
I
up
need
with
to
me.
show patience. I need to show forgiveness.
No.
Let's
Put it.
Okay,
Okay.
what are the other things that the gods like to see? Patience and forgiveness and
Ooh, Verity, you're right. You are dead. This is a death dream. Tell me what you meant when you said that.
Oh, is that sarcasm? Very original. Right.
In what world did I break up with you?
You said you were going to come. You decided not to. I have no reason to return to Karakat.
What?
I don't live there.
I told you I wanted to make a place you'd feel safe in. What? Have you never heard of a long-distance relationship? I mean, come on, Tabby's ex hasn't seen him in 15 years and he still talks about her like they're together.
That is them. That's not us.
Oh, so you, what, like, are you like a child with, like, no memory? Like, do I leave your presence and you forget I exist? Is that what's happening?
If I wasn't this close to getting to the good place, I would smack you. Right. Look. You made your choice to stay behind, to babysit your useless brother, to do something that should be very simple, is freeing slaves.
It should be.
And if you want to... Exactly.
I agree. But it's
Well,
not, and
then
he's all
stay
weird
behind
now.
and spend the rest of your life babysitting your brother. Look, fine. Enjoy.
Oh, come on.
Just
If
go after him
you're
and clean
telling
up his
me,
messes.
you're telling me if your brother wasn't still alive, you wouldn't be doing the same thing.
That's irrelevant.
Didn't
He's
he
not
like do a
alive.
bad job having sex with Lenore? Like, do you think he'd be able to do much on his own?
I've repressed that memory. Okay. We're not talking about them.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, but you know what? We should, because it's a good example.
How was Lenore fucking my brother a good example of anything?
Because
other
you
than
went to hell
very
to
poor
talk
decision making.
You went to hell and you still babied him, and then you're mad at me, and Atlas is a fucking mess. Look at that guy.
Baby him? What do you mean I babied him? I splashed him with water and I let him have sex with my friend. If that's babysitting, then I don't know. I'm a really shitty babysitter.
I'm not disagreeing. Verity, I told you I loved you. I stayed behind to free slaves, of which you were one when we met. I tried to give you jewels, for crying out loud. Jewels! What more can a man do?
Not assume that they were getting married, actually say those words. That would be nice.
Oh,
You know.
Verity.
Look, nope.
Do you know how many times you told me you wanted things to be special? And then you know what happened when I told you I loved you? You tried to kill yourself.
No.
It's terrifying,
No, I
okay?
did not.
Being in love with you is
No,
terrifying.
Right. I did not try and kill myself. You are taking that information and you are changing the narrative. There was a very convincing hag, and if you would have heard her speech, she made some really good points. And I was just hearing her out. I wasn't like standing on the edge of the chasm ready to jump. I was listening to her respectfully.
You shouldn't
as
listen to
do with
hags
your
telling you
elders.
to off yourself. Especially when they're making up bullshit right after I told you I loved you. I gave Ariana all my rubies. Why would I do that if I didn't love you? All the
Because
rubies.
you care about Ariana?
I don't give a shit about Ariana. She was so mad at me. She said so many mean things to me when she left.
Because you promised to stay with her as well, and you left her and you left me. You left all of us.
Do you really not understand
You made promises and you broke them.
Don't you understand why I had to stay? I mean, it was different before when Raph was here and when it seemed like things were going well, but they're not going well. I didn't decide to leave you, Verity. I decided to do what I had to do. And I still plan on finding you again. All of you. I just need to make sure Alice doesn't fuck things up here.
I don't want Atlas to fuck things up. I don't want to argue.
He lets down his sword and it falls to the ground with a clang, and he closes the gap between you, so there's probably only a few inches. What do you want? What do you want me to do?
I want you to do what makes you happy. If that's...
Yeah, I can't do that because I'm a prince. If I could do what made me happy, well, I wouldn't be in Caracat, would I?
Well... You are, though.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, things are going, well, so far, if I'm not dead, which is disappointing.
Verity.
Other than,
I thought you were past this wanting to die all the time thing. I've never seen you as excited as you were when you thought you were dead. How can things possibly be going well? You look skinnier. Have you been eating?
Yes, of course I'm eating. It's harder when you're not around. You reminded me that I didn't have to repent anymore, and it's just different.
He reaches out and takes one of your hands, if you let him. And he says, well, whatever this is, maybe it's a way that we can stay connected, right?
Land balloon.
I guess so.
Okay. All right.
You promise you're still taking care of yourself.
I had ice cream earlier.
What did you eat before ice cream?
Strawberry? Ooh, and a couple glasses of champagne.
That's yeah, that's definitely food.
I mean, that's just the most recent things. Before that, there was obviously stuff.
Look, things are actually going okay here. We've got some of the other slaves in the kingdom being brought south and west, and people are figuring it out. I won't be here forever, all right? Just don't die before I find you again. And then you could punch me all you want. Hopefully you do things other than punch me, but... What? You've been gone for a week. You look so sad.
I'll give him a hug.
Aww. He pulls you in super close, like squeezes you so tight that it doesn't seem like you can probably catch a breath, but you don't need to dream because you don't need to breathe because it's a dream.
Not death.
Damn it! God damn it, Verity.
It's close.
He pulls back and he brushes your hair behind your ear, and he leans in to kiss you, and you wake up. Time to go kill some slavers. Someone needs to talk to Verity. She's a fucking mess.
What's new?
I was gonna say, you've been DMing this campaign. How do you don't act surprised?
Yeah, but Arsen's just what do you mean you're dead?
I'm dead. Finally.
God damn it,
I was
Verity.
really excited. I was really excited. I was like, I did it.
I feel like Verity's gonna be the one, if she dies before everyone else, just post-campaign, she's gonna be at Death's Gate with a balloon, congratulations, you've died.
You did it.
Yep.
Everything's fine.
The Raven Queen has the best stuff. She doesn't, by the way. No room service in the Shadowfell.
Also, hey, why is everything bad that Brillia is doing? Oh, it's probably Lenore. It's probably Lenore. Oh, you wanna
not
sell
Lenore.
children now? You wanna sell children now? It's probably Lenore. It's probably just Lenore's influence. Lenore doesn't want to sell children.
Brillia doesn't
Not to
either.
make
She
a
was
soul
just
bond
trying to
with
get
them.
him out
I
of
told
that.
you not to make a soul bond with people that you don't know.
I
Look,
know,
Don't
I
soul
know.
bond
Don't tell
with
Verity.
strangers' children.
Thank you.
That's what we've
Thank
learned
you.
from this campaign.
Practice safe soul bonding.
Practice safe soul bonding.
Get to know
Don't-
somebody before you split your soul with them.
Don't soul bond out of spite because the person you really want to soul bond doesn't want to
Yeah.
soul bond you.
I agree, Gabby. It's definitely we're getting stuff from Kos that she's acting like she's not contributing. Definitely.
Kos is just like, this can't be Brillia. Please let it be someone else.
It's you, Kos.
It's you.
Oh, I don't know. Who
Oh,
has,
imagine
who
how
has the
heartbreaking that
title
would be.
The Betrayer? I feel like maybe it's your fault, Kos.
Oh,
The
Kos is
betrayer.
real.
Lenore's
Who are
a
you?
motherfucking cleric, okay?
Don't you even start. Who are you, brilliant? Who are you, Kos?
Oh, I was tempted, but Brillia was just like too panicking to say that.
Mhm.
All right. Well, good job, guys. As always, thank you everybody for tuning in. You can join our Darkness and Dragons community by following us. We're on here on Twitch. We're also on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and wherever you get your podcasts. If you want to see more of me online, you can check me out at Feminist Gamer, and I am also regular on the XP Billionaires podcast. Laura, where can people find you?
At Dark Moon Dice for everything.
You can find me on Instagram at Luna_Moon_C. Also, please check out our Darkness and Dragons Instagram and Facebook. Gentle plug.
There's going to be lots on that Instagram tonight.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
so much, guys. I have my whole notebook page right here is filled with greatness.
All right, Mary.
You can see me at Nerd on Wheels 15. You can also see me on the GM Table Twitch channel where we do some fun, quirky, RP heavy shows, whether it's CW teen horror drama or a heroic journey of sorts on Saturdays. But yeah,
Beautiful.
check me out.
Bree.
Me, I'm Bree. You can find me at Fortune Favors. You can also find me right here at Level Up Dice Twitch because I'm everywhere. We have a bunch of fun stuff coming up, and I always like to see you guys in chat. So come hang out.
And Ian.
If you want to find me on Instagram or here on Twitch, you can find me at Shrycool. I plan on starting to run through the entire Pokemon series, like mainline games. They're some of my favorites. I got a Blastoise on my arm, so I get to relive some of my favorite memories. I'll post updates on that on my Instagram. But if you want to follow me on Twitter, which I probably will update as well with this, you can follow me at Ian Paraskis.
Beautiful. And with that, we hope you guys have a really great night. Anyone want to sing us out?
I do have something. You know, when you're tabby and you're tabaxi, you got the eye of the tiger. And when you're rising up back on the streets, you do your time, you take your chances. You go the distance, then you're back on your feet. A tabaxi with his will to survive. He has the eye of the tiger, is the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rivals. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger.